What if I told you that there is one single expense in your business that is the most costly, the biggest impact to whether you can or can't grow, is probably determining whether or not you, the owner, are getting paid what you're owed, and it's also your own fault for keeping this expense so high? My name is Sarah Bryson, and I am a CFO for business owners who want clarity, control, and killer cash flow. And what is this huge expense? It's your focus. It's owner focus. It's owner time. It's owner energy. And this is what happens when you become the bottleneck in your business. If you are the person that everyone has to go to get those questions answered, to know what the next step is in a process, to get final verification that something is a go or a no, then you are creating a business that cannot scale. And you're creating a business that is probably going to lead to you getting burned out. What you need to do instead is pause, really look at your business, look at everything that you are doing in and on the business. And we want over time for you to be doing more on than in. In is the day-to-day work that your employees should be doing. That's their job. That's why you hired them. So let them do that job so that you can then work on the business. You can focus on the strategy. You can look at the growth. You can make these changes. You set the direction. And with that direction, with that leadership, that's how everything comes together. If you find that you are in fact getting interrupted all the time, if you're tired all the time, you're burned out, you can't take a vacation because everyone's going to be asking you all these questions and you're going to be sitting on your phone or your laptop the whole time anyway, you have become the bottleneck. So take a moment. When someone asks you a question, write it down. Start keeping a list and then start creating some SOPs. Start creating, hey, here's how we do this. Here's how we do that. Written procedures. That way you can have better training. That way people stop asking you for everything. And also take a look at where you're spending your time and when you're spending your time. If it is more on the business than in the business, that's what we want. If it's more in the business, going down on the floor, doing all the work yourself, going out to all the sites, that's not what we want. Figure out why this is happening. Figure out what the healthy balance is for you, but also keep an eye on what do you want from your business. Because if you want to be a person who owns a business, makes the decisions, but has the business supporting your life, you can't be in it all the time. Because if you're in it all the time, you are just an underpaid employee of the business, not an owner. If this rang true, chances are my 10 questions every CEO must be able to answer is going to have some interesting answers for you. Check it out in the description, totally free to download. See what it shows you about your business. Thank you so much for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, go forth and profit, everybody.